Everyone, welcome to my channel Witty Brains. Today we'll be discussing the important questions of the subject Principles of Programming. POP important questions, and the subject code is BPOPS103 or BPOPS203. And before starting, let me tell you that all these questions are handpicked by me, which I studied for my examination to score good marks. I've selected all of these questions from previous year papers, internal question papers, and also the questions given by my lecturers. Okay, so I have selected the ones that I analyzed and felt was important, and indeed this did help me a lot. So I hope it does the same for you. With that intention, let's start the video. Let's start with module 1. First question is define computer and write the characteristics of computer. Second one is generation of computer. Third one is types of computer, and we know that it's mainframe, mini, micro, and super computer. Then fourth question is basic organization of a computer with need diagram. So this is very important question which is repeated so many times. Then moving on to the next question, explain input output statements in C. Okay, that can be the question, or input and output devices they'll ask to explain that with some examples. Okay, you need to know at least minimum 2 to 3 examples, but 5 examples on the safer side. Okay, or they might even ask you to explain input output statements. Okay, then sixth one is with suitable example, explain the basic structure of C program. This is also very important. This was asked in my question paper. And difference between procedural and object oriented programming, define variable, explain the rules to declare a variable with example, and what are the basic data types available in C. So they can just ask define variable and explain the rules to declare a variable with example, or they might ask a separate question that what are the basic data types available in C, and that you need to explain them. Okay, so the first question can be either they can even ask you to define and say the characteristics of computer, or they can ask you the generation, or they can ask you the types of computer. Usually types of computer or this will be asked, but for being in the safer side you should also learn generation of computer. That is my suggestion. Okay, next moving on to module 2, which is typecasting definition and explain its step with suitable example. Then moving on to the next question, difference between compiler and interpreter. It's also important question. Third question is conditional statements in C, explain the types. Okay, so in conditional statements, what are the conditional statements? It's if else, else if, and switch statement. Next, looping statements in C. Even here you need to explain the different types of loop syntax with example like for loop, while loop, do while loop, break, continue. Okay, next fifth question is types of errors. Okay, they can even ask types of errors, or they will ask you to explain testing and debugging. Okay, and also implement, show that. Next, sixth one is programs. So if you are thorough and good in programs, then you can refer the programs which are there here, like in this. Write a C program to find the largest of 3 numbers using ternary operator. Okay, then write a C program to compute roots of a quadratic equation by accepting the coefficients of and print appropriate messages. Okay, see, this is very important. Yeah, but these are the programs. Whatever programs are there in this, you can refer that if you want to do programs. Okay, but it's recommended to do programs because it's a programming subject, but most of us like struggle in programming. Okay, so initially, so yeah, you can just keep this optional here, it's your wish. Okay, but I recommend that you also do programs. Moving on to module 3, define array and explain with 1D 2D declaration, initialization, and access of variables. So see, they can ask this either in one dimensional array, or they can even say to explain 2-dimensional array. Okay, so it depends on the question paper who is hitting the question paper. Okay, next question, define function and explain different functions based on parameters. What are the parameters? Call by value and call by reference. Okay, then third question is function call, function definition, and function prototypes. You need to explain these and be thorough with the questions related to that. Okay, these are the important concepts. And even in this module you are having programs. Definitely you will see a lot of programs being asked in your question paper. Okay, like bubble sort program, scope of variables, recursive functions, and they can even say you to search an element using binary search technique. Okay, or to write a C program to perform addition of 2-dimensional matrix. Okay, so any types of questions will be asked. Palindrome can also be asked. It's also a very important programming question in module 2, but I'm not including programs here. I'm just including the important questions, but definitely there will be a lot of programs that will be asked. Okay, so I'm just mentioning in a few modules, so yeah, you'll understand as we go further. Let's go to module 4. The first question is define string, list string manipulation functions, explain any two with examples. Okay, with the declaration and initialization. So you need to also see, they can even ask you to define string and say explain it with this declaration and initialization. Okay, or they'll also ask you to list string manipulation functions and explain two. This is also very 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 important question. It has repeated, and this was also there in my question paper. Okay, then define pointer, explain how pointer is declared and initialized with example. Okay, similarly. Now next question, explain gets and puts function with example. Okay, next fourth, this is a programming question 4 5 6. So fourth one is C program to find the length of a given string without using built-in function. Fifth question, C program to check whether the given string is palindrome or not using built-in function. And sixth one is C program using pointers to compute the sum, mean and standard deviation of all elements stored in an average of n real numbers. This is very important question, and all these three programming questions are from previous papers, so you know they are very important. Moving on to the next module, module 5. Okay, now differentiate between structure and union. So 90% of the times this question is asked usually, so yeah, it's a very important question. The next one is list and explain any file operations in C. That's important. Then third one is types of files. So they'll ask you to mention the types of files and explain it, or they can even ask you to mention the types of streams in C and explain them. You need to be ready for both types. Okay, next fourth question is define structure or union or enumerated data type. Okay, with declaration and initialization. So they can ask anyone from all of these, because whenever we assume that structure and union is important, they ask enumerated. So you can never know, you can never be sure. Okay, it all depends on the paper setter. Next, programs in this module as well. Okay, and one such important program from this module is write and compute average marks of students, list the students scoring above and below average marks for a class of n students. Okay, and so that's it for this video. If this video was important to you in any way, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel for supporting me and to make more such videos. Okay, do share this video with your friends, don't be shy, and comment down below if you have any queries, doubts and next video suggestions. And also do let me know how your exam went, and yeah, till we meet again, bye.